10th appearance at a European Tour event. Michael van Gerwen has won 37 of them. He is the favourite, but mighty Michael van Gerwen has not won back-to-back games in 2025 as yet. Granted, he hasn't played in all the tournaments, but this is still Michael van Gerwen. There were times, not that many years ago, where if Van Gerwen got to March and hadn't won a title, then questions were being asked, let alone not won back-to-back matches. Big Boris has beaten MVG once before, evidently feeling the heat in a very, very warm October Hallen here in Wieze. But when he did beat MVG, it was a couple of years on the Pro Tour, a couple of years ago on the Pro Tour, I should say, and he did need a last leg decider to do it. The most recent meeting came in the World Series last year. He was done to nil by mighty Mike.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, it's Michael to throw first.
So it is a big task, but he's a big man. Maybe he's up to it tonight.
$99.
Yeah, and I see no reason, Dan, why he can't add the name of Michael van Gerwen to the scalp of Josh Rock, who, let's face it, was in imperious form in the early stages of that match yesterday, averaging about 110 or so after 4 legs of that one. Couple of 14 darters, 11 darter, had a 3-1 lead, and then all of a sudden Krcmar from nowhere 5 on the spin, and if he can replicate that sort of form,
100,
then I think MVG could have 1 or 2 problems. I think he'll have problems anyway, here and there, but whether Krcmar can maintain it over a
98,
a similar trip remains to be seen.
Well, here is the East European qualifier, no longer a tour card holder. Boris Krcmar dropping off the tour at the end of the year.
123.
First to a finish on the Van Gerwen throw in the opening leg.
100. Boris Krcmar 138. $98. Michael Krcmar 104.
One treble combo. Needs that treble. Does not get it. Boris Krcmar, chance to break. Great chance to break in the opening leg.
40.
Tops left after 4 visits to the board. Double 10 to polish it off.
20.
These are the opportunities, Boris. Still not a gimme this for Michael van Gerwen. Single 3 for 64, and he's got the bullseye to target
35. Here. Boris Krcmar 20.
Very scrappy, very unconvincing. Krcmar allowed back in there, and it's in the end a 16 dart breaker throw. And if you had any concerns about Michael van Gerwen before the start of play in this one, those concerns have just been raised a level after that.
Danny Noppen, Gary Anderson, Rob Cross, Nathan Aspinall, Peter Wright, Dimitri Vandenberg, world #1 Luke Humphries. All seeded players who have been beaten in their opening games already this weekend.
100.
If world #3 Michael van Gerwen and or Chris Dobey, the Premier League contender and world #11 going on the rankings when they were frozen at this tournament, join those lot, then it has been carnage for the seeded players.
Yeah, one of the biggest culls on the European Tour stage.
93.
Certainly in a one-session sitting.
134.
Michael van Gerwen, when he won that 37th European Tour title last September, that was his first Euro Tour title since winning here in May of 2023. The idea of Van Gerwen going well over a year without a Euro Tour title would have been unthinkable not that long ago. And Van Gerwen is all of a sudden looking
85. Michael Krcmar 170.
at the need to take out the biggest finish of the lot just to stay involved in this. He might well do it, you know. Second dart is wayward.
125. Boris Krcmar 82.
Starting on the ball. 17 and tops then.
62. Michael Krcmar 45.
Well, it's a little profligate this from Boris Krcmar, and he could be made to pay.
Game show on the second leg. Michael van Gerwen. Third leg, it's Michael to throw first. Game on.
Well, that sequence of 6 legs without reply for Boris Krcmar, stretching over the course of yesterday and today, comes to an end. Could have made it 7, perhaps should have made it 7.
125.
And could well have left himself in the ascendancy in this one as well. But yeah, you're right.
60.
I mean, Van Gerwen's barely played. Well, he's barely played on the Pro Tour this year. One match, lost that against the Irish amateur Michael Flynn, and that was on home soil as well in Rosmalen.
Yeah, 7 minutes from his house.
7 minutes away. Went to the Dutch Masters for the World Series. One win there. Lost to Littler in the quarterfinals.
That was 8 minutes from his house.
That was 8 minutes away. Where else has he gone?
The Masters, he was beaten by Dimitri Van den Berg. A rare loss to Dimitri Van den Berg for mighty Michael van Gerwen. His Premier League campaign has been stop-start. There's been some amazing stuff in there, but he's still not won 2 games in a row.
180.
Just don't really know what to make of MVG at the moment.
On the back of course, that run to the final of the World Championship.
96.
So it's not been all doom and gloom in 2025, but yeah, concerns, and just a very different Michael van Gerwen to what we saw on the Euro Tour not so long ago.
41.
Yeah, 5 of the 2 biggest ranking events in the sport last year, the Worlds and the Match Play. Doesn't hold a major title though, does he?
No. And he went for years and years holding at least one of them, if not
Double
multiple.
8 for 136, and Michael van Gerwen reminds us that the magic is still there.
$140.
Winner of this to face James Wade.
36.
Michael van Gerwen called that one himself, didn't he? Almost in disgust at the visit that he posted there. 465 after 3 darts. And Boris pounces all over it with a 180.
60.
Just checking where it landed, which is prudent. Almost dropped his second dart.
60. $95. Boris Krcmar 121.
He's got so much time here. Is he going for it? Yeah, he was.
96.
Soft hit player, love a bullseye. Didn't hit it, but he should be well practiced at clearing up to 25.
Yeah, well versed indeed.
58. Boris Krcmar 25.
Horror show again from Van Gerwen. 58. Started off with a 36. He's had very little in between as well. But yeah, profligate again, the word that you used before, Dan, and it could well haunt him here.
21.
Now, okay, MVG's on 252, but he won't be on 252 for long. And all of a sudden, Krcmar could be in the madhouse, and it's a very different story. But Van Gerwen, again, labouring.
94.
Gets
Boris
there in the
Krcmar
end.
4.
Still a long way away. Double 2,
Game show
and eventually
foreplay.
Krcmar gets
Boris
over the line.
Krcmar.
The question
Fifth
was,
next
I mean, the
marbles
issue was
for
there.
first.
He just had far too many darts in hand, far too much time. Little bit of a lesson there for Krcmar, but Van Gerwen just never really got involved in that one.
180.
First max for MVG.
58.
Clattering into that dart.
96.
Hold of throw will be enough for MVG in this game.
But they're
Well,
not guaranteed
yeah,
on
and
the
it-
evidence of this.
60.
Just feels like talking in those terms for MVG just feels odd, because for so long
80.
you're expecting him to go out there, and the question was, well, there's a real danger he's going to smash people and break records. Now it's like, can he cling on to his throw and find a way through this one? Bit of a juggling act from
59.
Big Boris.
Michael Krcmar 145. $105.
Good leg of darts.
Great leg of darts.
Look at this from Boris. Whoa, there we go.
Yeah, MVG's on 40, so I'll just fill it up, Boris.
140.
We'll assess your options later.
Game shown the 5th leg.
13 darter for MVG. 3-2.
It's Boris to throw first.
Having suffered the early break, he's back in front once again, and Boris Krcmar will know
100.
that it could have been a very different equation and a very different outcome.
$100. 140.
Boris looks like a man who knows that this one is there for the taking, but he might just be putting himself under a little bit of pressure of his own making, I think, at times.
100.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? We've seen players have brilliant years playing PDC darts when they're not tour card holders, and then when they're actually on the tour, it's not worked out quite the same. And some of them have said that, well, when you're on the tour, you're constantly thinking about how much money you're winning and rankings and all that sort of stuff. Before that, just play.
121.
Boris has come in and played some good stuff. And he's right in this game with Van Gerwen. He is as good as Michael van Gerwen in this game, but his doubling has let him down so far.
Yeah, that freedom that he talked about reflected yesterday. Let's see what MVG can do here. Bullseye just couldn't find a way through to the red button.
78.
And Boris Krcmar dodges a bullet. 54 for 24. Double six for parity at 3 apiece. And that was nicely managed because there was a big scare there. Could have gone 4-2 down, but he stays in touch, and that was not an easy finish either, having moved around the board.
96.
There you go. Van Gerwen has crafted opportunities in 5 of the legs. Boris in 4 of the legs.
123. 140.
Van Gerwen just getting a bit more comfortable in this game now. Certainly improved over the last couple of legs, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, just going back to what you were saying as well.
180.
Nathan Aspinall clearly still thinks there is this aura about MVG. He still clearly attaches a lot of value from what he was saying about beating MVG.
58.
I mean, he suggested that he was still the one to beat ahead of Littler and Humphries. Now, people will disagree with that, but he still carries a lot of weight, doesn't he, clearly?
Of course he does. Look, he's still world number 3. He's still world finalist, match play finalist. He is unbelievable. He is one of the best ones. But he's not the best one. And he's not the same
99.
one that he was.
Boris require 100.
Important leg this, and this is an important moment as well.
Oh, treble 16 for double 16. For 100, check out Boris Krcmar leads this game.
8th leg, it's Boris to throw first. Game on.
Well, he has missed a whole load of darts at double. He has missed 8 darts at double in this match. Van Gerwen's only had 5 darts at double. But that one went. 100 checkout puts him in front, and all of a sudden holds a throw, and no longer enough for Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, I was going to say, would he have, even for a split second, contemplated top stops? He looked very certain that way he was going. I think he clearly had his mind made up from the word go and took it out very, very smoothly indeed. And just look at this as well.
140.
Well, he's reproducing the standard that we saw yesterday against Josh Rock. And he finished that game strongly. He might need to finish this game strongly because Michael van Gerwen has got better as the game has gone on. Boris has the advantage. And he is hammering it home. And then when that man hammers something, it stays hammered.
2 breaks to 1 in his favour, 94 points away from a 5-3 lead, and Van Gerwen could be on the verge of joining all those other former world champions, all those former, or currently great players who are falling by the wayside today, including the world number 1.
58. Michael require 152.
Can he conjure up some magic? No, he can't. Boris Krcmar, 3 clear darts at a double. Now, we've been in this position before in this game. It hasn't always gone well for him. For daylight. Double 9. Boris Krcmar is 2 up on MVG.
9th leg, it's Michael to throw first.
Having been 3-2 down in this game, he's won 3 on the spin.
95.
3-1 down against Rock, won it 6-3. 3-2 down against MVG, and he's on the brink of another big win for Boris Krcmar.
58.
15-12-15. That's hold, break, hold. That is making Van Gerwen hit 12 darters to win any of those
100.
legs. That is the goal. I know they all want to hit 9 darters every leg. That's not going to happen, but that is doable. Force your opponent to hit 4 visit legs.
139.
Two points the cushion that he has here, Krcmar. And Van Gerwen hasn't
59.
made much of an impression there as well. Now then, Boris, big opportunity here. 2 trebles would do very nicely.
97.
Just the 1, but it still might be enough.
It's not enough to leave a finish. Boris Krcmar can set this up and then take it out and record his first ever big stage win against mighty Michael van Gerwen and reach the final day of a Euro Tour for just the 3rd time in his career.
$137.
Well, it's a great recovery from MVG, but it might all be in vain. Krcmar, 110 points. 18s, gets the treble. Can he find the double to go with it? No, he can't, and he slaps his palms in frustration. Match start comes and goes for Boris Krcmar. MVG breathes again, but for how much longer? Will it be another leg at least?
18.
He might be done.
18.
Boris Krcmar to beat mighty Mike. Oh, can he find a section of it? No, he can't.
Mercury required 32.
Match starts are plenty for Boris Krcmar now, and MVG takes out double 16, and Boris Krcmar looks to the heavens, almost in search of inspiration from somewhere. He's got to go back to the drawing board and back to square one and start all over again. Michael
van Gerwen has been allowed 9 darts at double in this game. Boris Krcmar has had 19 because he has outscored Van Gerwen by and large.
$137.
Well, you just wonder whether that will derail Boris Krcmar.
85.
Only 85, and that's music to the ears of MVG right now, but he still needs to back it up. He still needs to find a bit more consistency on the scoring.
96.
That's okay, but I suspect he might need more. Krcmar still just about in control on throw, especially if he can fill this up.
123.
The world number 4, Rob Cross, has gone out. The world number 1, Luke Humphries, has gone out. The world number 2, Luke Littler, can consider himself a little fortunate that he wasn't in more danger against Ryan Searle. And the world number 3, Michael van Gerwen, has already survived 4 match darts, and he might have to survive more in this leg.
97.
Great final dart. That just turns the screw on MVG.
60.
And again, it's only 60. Another treble this visit, and Boris Krcmar, having missed 4 match darts, may have a couple more here with which to work. He's on double 9 once again. It proved his undoing last time, and he's missed 2 more.
Mercury require 150.
Takes us out, becomes favourite for the game. He's not going to do it though. Boris Krcmar has
84.
already missed half a dozen darts for the match.
80.
How many more does he need? The Croatian beats mighty Mike. His first ever victory on a big stage against the 3-time world champion. Van Gerwen beaten in his first Euro Tour game of the year, and it is the East Europe qualifier, Boris Krcmar, who is through to the final day in his place. Big Boris will take on James Wade for a spot in the quarters, and Van Gerwen will not reclaim the Belgian Darts Open title he won here 2 years ago.
Big Boris Krcmar going through to the last 16 of the 2025 Le Code Belgian Darts Open for only the third time in his career through to the final day of a European Tour event. Boris, massive, massive congratulations. Rarely ever seen you that happy on the stage. Your first big stage win against Michael van Gerwen. How does it feel?
I feel perfect. First, I want to say thanks to all the Belgian fans. Thank you. I'm really happy to beat Van Gerwen in the stage. It's very important for me. Now I go rest and prepare for tomorrow.
That sounds good. I mean, when you started missing all those match darts, was there a moment when you got nervous, when you thought, oh my God, I might be throwing this away here?
Yes, I bit a little bit nervous, but I know I play good. And if I play my game, I can beat everybody.
Speaking of beating everybody, before tonight, your record against Michael van Gerwen was 1 win in 7 matches. Your record against James Wade, who you're playing tomorrow, is the exact same, 1 win in 7 matches. So maybe this could be a good omen. Maybe Belgium is the place to set some records straight with some good players.
Tomorrow, I think it's the time to I win the James Wade for the first time.
No, you beat him once. You beat him once, just like you had beaten Michael van Gerwen once.
I don't know. I play good, but I give my best, and I think I win everybody.
Boris, massive congratulations. Job well done, and best of luck tomorrow in the last 16. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Big Boris Krcmar.
Thank you.